Welcome back to my channel. So I have collected few Rom&nd lippies and today I am gonna swatch them all. And before anything, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. So let's get started. Firstly, I have the Zero Matte lipstick from Rom&nd and this is in the shade Tanning Red. It's a very bright coralish kind of red lipstick and girlies, it glides like butter on lips. You can see the lipstick has a sheen to it, so it's a soft matte lipstick and it transfers, but the transfer is very minimal and the shade is flattering on Indian skin tones. Next I have the Blur Fudge tint and this is in the shade Current Jam, and both the shades are kinda similar but the previous one looks more bright. This tint is really blurring and it gives the straight up Korean lips vibe, which I really love. This shade is not so bright like the previous one, it's more muted and on the neutral side. Now it's obviously not transfer proof but it stays on your lips, which is really great. Next I have the Zero Velvet tint in the shade Vintage Taupe and it's a really popular shade from Rom&nd. It can be your regular wearable brown shade, I mean for dusky girls it can be your everyday wearable shade. It also gives you that blurring effect like the Blur Fudge tint, and honestly there's not much difference between two of them and I like both of them. Both of them has the very soft moussey texture and I think this muted brown shade will look good on most of the Indian skin tone. This is not transfer proof as well but it stays on your lips. Next I have another shade from the same variant and this is called Petal Tassel. This is a pink shade with mauve undertone and this is the only shade I had to wear with a lip liner. And one thing about me that I love to experiment with colors and I want to try every shade possible. With lip liner, this shade doesn't look bad on me, but it looks different. I have to work a little with this shade, but I kinda like it. It's not everybody's taste, but I like it. I hope I made sense here. Now let's move on to Rom&nd Juicy Lasting Tints. And I have 3 of them. Let's start with the shade called Pink Pumpkin. It's a muted orangish pink kind of shade and the shade is love at first sight. Honestly, I didn't think it will look this good on my dusky skin, but it does. It gives you that it girl vibes and the shade is so perfect for summer and I don't think I have to tell you more. You can see it for yourself. This shade just brightens up my face and these tints leaves a stain which looks good too. And this is how the stain looks on me. Now I have the shade called Plum Cook and oh my god, this shade is so gorgeous. It gives you that vampy lips and it will look good on every Indian skin tone. Now coming to the texture, these tints have this jelly kind of texture which gives you a cooling sensation on your lips, just like the Rare Beauty lip oil, and now I know why it is called the dupe of Rare Beauty lip oil. And look at this shade, I just love it. If you want to pick one Rom&nd tint after watching my video, then I think you should pick this one because this is so gorgeous. I am really happy that I found a tint which is so pigmented and looks good on Indian skin tone. Even the stain is so pretty. Next I have the shade called Dark Coconut and it's your everyday kind of brown shade again, but it's in a tint form. This shade looks kinda bright brown on me and I think this shade has a neutral undertone to it which I really like and I love the shade too. These tints are non-sticky and feels very comfortable on lips. After swatching and removing all of these lippies, my lips are kind of dry now. But you need to moisturize your lips before applying these tints, otherwise the stain can look patchy. Again a beautiful stain and that's what I like about the tints most. These tints are really Indian girl friendly. Now I have the last one and it is the Lasting Water tint and it is in the shade Red Drop. This is a blood red kind of shade and I think there's not much difference between Lasting Water tint and Juicy Lasting tint, except the fact that the Lasting Water tint is more lightweight than the Juicy Lasting tint. Now this red shade is so bright that it can brighten up your whole bad mood in a single swipe. At this point I think I'm obsessed with this shade. but I don't like the stain of it much because it mostly stains my inner part of the lips and it feels like I ate pan, which is not a good feeling. And that's it for today, and tell me in the comments which is your favorite shade, and see you guys soon in my next video.